Good morning, guys. Welcome back. So, leg day today. I'm mostly going to go through the warm-up first and then just talk about how the day is going to look like today. Because yesterday we had to cut the day short. One back day yesterday, but we had to cut the day short, as you guys probably, hopefully saw. But yeah, today, legs. I don't think I have anything coming up. That would mean that I'm gonna have to skip this. So we're gonna do a proper leg day today. I'm gonna start with hamstrings. You can probably tell. I'm gonna do a couple of warm-up sets here, make sure that I'm ready to go. Because again, the thing is it's cold outside, so you wanna make sure that your joints are okay before you actually go and lift heavy. So we're gonna do 4 sets here on hamstrings, and then we're gonna I'm thinking of doing squats today, like free weight back squats. So we're gonna go downstairs, we're gonna set everything up, probably put a couple of plates underneath my heels so we can create that leverage for the quads. And then that should be good enough. And obviously after that, I'm gonna do a third exercise, which is either gonna be the leg press or leg extensions. It will depend. It will depend how many sets I'm gonna do on squats, how heavy I'm gonna go, how close to failure I'm gonna be, all that kind of things, are kind of like factors. But yeah, I think that's gonna be the structure of the day. So hamstrings, squats, and then a third exercise, which is either leg extensions or leg press. That should be good enough. That sounds good enough to me, especially if we're going to be doing 4 sets on every single exercise, especially for the squats. I was actually thinking of doing good mornings with the camber bar. I think it's what it's called, camber bar. So it's kind of like it has those handles here, and you put it there so you can do proper good mornings. But I just thought my lower back, squats, good mornings. Yesterday was back day because we fucked up the split days. It wasn't supposed to be back yesterday, it was supposed to be chest yesterday, if you remember, so yeah, we didn't do it properly. So we're going from a back day to a leg day and then doing 2 exercises that are gonna heavily involve the lower back. It's probably not the best thing you can do with your time. But next week, when we do it properly, when we do back, chest, legs, not chest, back, legs, then maybe we can do some good mornings, because I've been doing this exercise for a while, the seated hamstring curls, which is an excellent exercise, but sometimes it's good to try new stuff. Or we can do 2 sets here, 2 sets of good mornings, or the other way around, 2 sets of good mornings, 2 sets of seated leg curls, and then go to the quads. That also sounds good. Yeah, we're gonna do 1 or 2 more sets here, and then we're pretty much ready to start. So I have 90 kilos there. We usually go up to 92.5. So I'm gonna move this weight for about, let's say, 4 to 6 reps to see how it feels. If I feel good enough already, believe it or not. But if I don't, I might do another set, just 3 reps on the last set, and that should mean that I'm ready to go. But yeah, 90 kilos. Let's do about 4 to 6, and then we're gonna go up to 92.5, add the 2.5s, and then do maybe. I'm gonna take a breather and then we can start, because this felt good. So I think, again, a lot of people just overcomplicate warm-ups. You shouldn't really overcomplicate your warm-up. It's fairly simple. Just do the exercise that you were gonna do first anyway, and then incrementally increase the weight. And you can go from 8 to 6 reps to 4 reps. And if you need to go, and if you need to do another set for 3 reps with the weight that you are gonna use as a working set, that's perfect. That's it. You don't really need to do I've seen people do cardio, and I'm just like, why? And I've seen people do way too many sets, way too many reps to begin with. But on the warm-ups, it's like you don't need to. You just need to warm your muscles and prime them for the first set. That's pretty much it. It's literally that simple. So yeah, I'm just gonna take a breather, 2 minutes, and then we can start the first set. First of 4. 4th one, probably a drop set, but we'll get to that. Last one, fourth set. We have 75 kilos on. So from 92.5 down to 75. We're gonna do a little drop set here and then start the squats. Which means I'm gonna have to go downstairs and set up everything and warm up. It's gonna be fun. It's probably gonna take me like 10 minutes to do, but that's kind of like one of the reasons why I don't wanna do free weight squats sometimes. And it's a little bit the gym's fault, not in any bad way towards the gym, but it's kind of like the setup, right? So the squat racks are downstairs, all the weight machines are upstairs, and you're gonna have to go downstairs. You're gonna have to set everything up. You're gonna have to pull the weights, blah blah blah. And especially if you're moving a lot of weight, like me, then it's just it's a bit of a cardio exercise, isn't it? But it is what it is. That's why sometimes I choose to do Smith squats or leg presses or leg extensions. It just feels better that way. Oh yeah, it is what it is. Let's do the last set, the last drop set here, and then go from there. Fuck me. Right, so squats. I did a couple of warm-ups. They felt alright. It's just I haven't done them for a while, not with free weight, well, free weight back squats anyway. So it does take a little bit of time to get used to it. The other thing that I usually like to do is just put 2 plates at the bottom. They're just fibers, so they're not very thick. But that extra padding on your under your heels creates that much more leverage for the quads. And it also, in my experience, it helps me stay upright more. So it helps me not to fall backwards, if it makes sense. So I can keep my back straight and obviously go very, very deep at the same time, which is kind of like what you look to do, right? So let's start the first set and see how it goes. I have 100 kilos on. I don't really want to go. Should I go heavier? I think that's good enough because I want to do at least 8 reps or at least 8 to 12. I want to be in that range. And I think I can do that easy here. but we'll see about that because obviously it's the first time I'm doing them in a while. So let's have the first set, see how it goes, and then sort of make decisions from there. Right, second set. Do you know what's almost quite comical? When people are saying that you should rest for about 2 to 3 minutes in between sets, and I hate those guidelines that people give. You know, usually they just give you a range, and it's the same for reps, it's the same for sets, it's the same for everything. There's like the thing there's a magic number or a magic range of numbers that's meant to be the correct answer. But that's not the case. That's not the case at all. So my point is, when you do squats and you do heavy squats and you go not to failure but very, very close to it, how the fuck are you going to recover in 2 minutes? And you're telling me that the recovery time for squats is the same for the recovery time for biceps or something? Makes no sense. How? How? Why do you need 3 minutes between calf sets? You can probably just do the next set in about 30 seconds. You can't do that with squats though, or deadlifts, or bench pressing. It just doesn't happen. Yeah, so I actually have a checklist that's on the ebook, so you can go there, download the ebook and see it for yourself. But technically it's like four main things, right? So it's, have you got your breath? Have your, do you feel strong enough physically and mentally to go and do the next set? And are your synergists good to go? So synergists, I do squats here. So my quads may feel good to go, but is my back, my lower back, does that also feel good enough to go? It's kind of like synergists are the supportive muscle groups of an exercise. So you have to be aware of those as well, because if they're not, if the lower back that still feels sore, and you can physically feel the lactic acid still being on the lower back, that means that the lower back is going to be the limiting factor of the exercise and not the quads. You don't want that. So yeah, just bear in mind, there is a checklist, but 2 to 3 minutes is just such a vague thing to say, and it doesn't apply properly to a lot of things, so just don't listen to that. Oh, I feel very lightheaded. Right, so last exercise, we're gonna do some leg extensions. That should be good enough to wrap things up. I just looked at the leg press and I was like, there's no way I'm just gonna put 4 plates aside and start doing that after squats. It's just a bit too much. So we're gonna do the leg extensions. We'll have 25 kilos on each side, 50 kilos. I don't know if these have any significant weight. The arms, right, where you put the weight on, I don't think they do. That's fine, we're just gonna say 25 kilos aside. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but there's something about doing single leg extensions that it just makes the exercise so much more difficult because these are not connected, right? So it's a single leg machine, so it just makes it that much more difficult for some reason. And lifting a lot of weight is not really as apparent as it is when you do just the machine, the leg extension machine, where this is just one thing and you're just pushing with both your legs. I don't know what it is about it, but still, I don't really care. I'm just telling you, this is like 25 kilos is a lot of weight, especially if you are going to do the reps. Because if you don't do the reps, then obviously we're going to go a lot heavier here and just do less reps, but why do that? So, do I need this? Yeah, I'll put it on just in case. All right, first set. Oh fuck. Oh. Woo. Ah, fuck. Oh. And last set. It's not a drop set or anything, so we're just keeping the weight as it is. Ah. Oosh. 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 So we're done for the day. That was a pretty good day. That was a pretty good day. I've said this before, but like variation is king, especially if you train heavy. You do have to change exercises because then your joints don't become irritating anymore. Sometimes you're gonna have to go light, but we have deload weeks for that. So you know everything is being taken into account, and you make a plan that works for you. But for the most part, for me today, leg day, it was very good. We did hamstrings 4 sets plus a drop set, rather 3 sets plus a drop set. We did 4 sets of squats and 4 sets of leg extensions. That's good volume overall, especially if you're going heavy. That's good stuff. So yeah, we're gonna wrap this one up. I'm gonna go home and eat food. And tomorrow I have an arm day, arms and delts actually. So we're gonna come in tomorrow and I'm gonna smash that one out. I'm gonna go from there. But yeah, until then, you know the drill. Peace, and I am out.